California is the best state, fight me. Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently at home in the city, but I'm still thinking about the mountains. So I thought I would do a quick list of 5 backpacking trips you should do this summer. If you know anything about backpacking in California, I'm sure you're aware of the potential hassle involved with getting permits. So this list will include some that are really hard to get, but also some that are much easier. First up is Thousand Island Lake. It's located in the Ansel Adams Wilderness, just to the west of Mammoth Lakes. The lake is famous for the 1,000 granite islands that dot the shore, and it's sitting right at the base of Banner Peak. The Ansel Adams Wilderness is part of Inyo National Forest, which means it follows a trailhead quota system. If you can manage, I highly recommend trying to get permits for the high trail, but if you can't, there's other ways to get there too. I've actually been there twice. One time I went up the high trail, and the other time I went up Rush Creek. High trail is definitely more scenic, but Rush Creek is easier to get. Next up is the Four Lakes Loop in the Trinity Alps. Everybody and their mother will tell you that the Trinity Alps is California's best kept secret. The Four Lakes Loop is absolutely the crown jewel of the Trinity Alps. There are 2 main ways to get there: Long Canyon or Stony Ridge. You do need a permit, but you can just pick one up at the ranger station in Weaverville. Number 3 is Lake Aloha. Lake Aloha is the crown jewel of the Desolation Wilderness, just to the west of Lake Tahoe. Since the Desolation Wilderness is the most used wilderness area in the country, you do need to get a permit. The permits work in this way called zone quota. So you are given a zone and you have to spend your first night camping in the zone that you get. A consequence of this is that Lake Aloha is very difficult to get permits for because the Aloha zone is so popular, but you only need to spend your first night camping in the zone on your permit. So if you do a multi-night trip, you can spend the first night in your zone and then move to Lake Aloha for night 2. Number 4 is the Granite Dome Lakes in Emigrant Wilderness. Emigrant Wilderness is Yosemite's lesser known neighbor to the north. Like the Trinity Alps, it's really easy to get permits. You just go to the ranger station or the Stanislaus National Forest website. One quick word of caution: if you have literally never been backpacking before, don't start with this one. There is an off-trail section that requires some navigational skills. And finally, the granddaddy of the California backcountry, Yosemite National Park. The specific route I suggest starts at the Cathedral Lakes trailhead, travels to the Sunrise Lakes, up and over Clouds Rest, and then swing past Half Dome on your way down to the valley. This is really the ultimate sampler plate of Yosemite National Park, but of course it is really hard to get permits for. The Cathedral Lakes trailhead is one of the most desirable in the park, but even if you're able to get permits for a different trailhead, I'm sure you'll have an amazing trip. And that is a wrap on the 5 backpacking trips you should do in California this summer. If I missed your favorite, let me know down in the comments. I'm sure there are so many that are amazing that I have never done or never even heard of. California is the best state, fight me. And see you next week.